Solve the following inequality. X squared plus 3x is greater than 10. Now this particular inequality is a quadratic inequality because of the squared, and we have a process that we go through for solving these types of inequalities. The process starts with us treating this inequality instead like an equation. So I'm going to change that greater than symbol to an equal to, and move all the terms to the same side and solve. So I have x squared plus 3x minus 10. We can factor this into x and x. 5 times 2 is 10, but plus on the 5, a minus on the 2. I can set each factor equal to 0 using the zero product property and get x equals negative 5 and x equals 2. I'm going to take those values and put them on the number line. I'm going to mark them out in order, negative 5 and 2. Now since my inequality is a greater than, I'm going to mark those numbers on the number line with an open circle, because those values will make this expression equal to 0, and we're looking for it to be greater than 0. So we're actually going to rewrite this as well. X squared plus 3x minus 10 is greater than 0. So we're looking for when this expression is greater than 0, and these two values that we came up with make the expression equal 0. So we're not going to include them in our solution set. Well, now what we need to go do is test each one of these intervals to see which one of those intervals will make our inequality true. So I'll choose a test point in each interval. I can use a test point of negative 6 in the leftmost interval, a test point of 0 in the middle interval, and a test point of 3 in the right interval. So I'm going to take those test points of negative 6, 0, and 3, and we're going to substitute them into the expression x squared plus 3x minus 10. And what we're looking for is whether the expression comes out to be positive or negative, because positive or negative is going to tell us whether it's greater than 0 or less than 0. So let's test these values. So for negative 6, we get negative 6 squared plus 3 times negative 6 minus 10, and that's 36 minus 18 minus 10. 36 minus 18 is 18, and 18 minus 10 is 8. So what we found is that in this interval, the leftmost interval, our expression is positive. Let's continue with the next test point. We have a test point of 0, and in our expression, that's 0 squared plus 3 times 0 minus 10, which works out to be negative 10. So in the middle interval, our expression is negative. With our final test point, we have 3 squared plus 3 times 3 minus 10. That's 9 plus 9 minus 10. 18 minus 10 is 8. So in that leftmost interval, our expression is positive. So with our inequality, we want our expression to be greater than 0, and that would be our positive intervals here. So the intervals that make this inequality true are the leftmost interval from negative infinity to negative 5. I used a parenthesis on the negative 5 to show that negative 5 is not included in the set. And then the rightmost interval is 2 to infinity. So the solution set for the inequality x squared plus 3x is greater than 10 is negative infinity to negative 5 union with 2 to infinity. Thank you for checking out my videos. Have a great day.